What is going on, FG3000? Back in the place to be, and welcome to Disney's Mirrorverse. Now, as you guys all well know, FG holds a very soft spot in his heart for all things Disney. In fact, you really can't trust FG on Disney things because I'm just inherently biased. But in today's video tonight, FG ain't soft no more, alright? You heard it here first. So let's go ahead and jump on into this video, starting off with the characters you can collect. And I gotta say, alright, I can't front. The characters are the best part. The characters are pretty good. Alright, so I really do like the design. Like, look at Scrooge McDucky here. Looking good. Like, they did a really great job in bringing these characters to life in 3D. I pretty much have no complaints with the characters. There's Rapunzel, we got Eve in the place to be, Mr. Ian Lightfoot, Ursula. All right, so I'm not mad about the actual characters. I'm just mad about everything that surrounds the characters. So let's go ahead and jump into gameplay. We're gonna go ahead and start off with the story mode. Just like all story modes you see in most gacha games, you're gonna go from stage to stage to stage, attempting to 3-star each one. This game is a stamina-based hero collector. You can bring 3 heroes to combat. That includes range, tank, support, as well as melee. We're gonna go ahead and jump on in, and we're gonna keep the combat on manual for a split second. Because this is where the complaints just start off. But one last positive, the graphics are actually pretty good. The character graphics, I like the overall feel of the game, so they did a pretty decent job there. But once you get into combat, it just really falls apart. It's extremely simple. It's herky-jerky. I'm actually playing on my phone, believe it or not. You can do basic attacks, as you guys can see here. I can move around with WASD. If there's something I need to get out of, I can kind of do a quick swipe to kind of dash out. But overall, the combat is just not very fluid. It's janky. It feels like the FPS is in the toilet. We'll talk about toilets later in the video. There are no graphic settings whatsoever. And just combat, just in general, just does not feel good. Like, this is not a great combat system, and I know that midway through this game's development, they decided to redo the entire combat system. It had more of like a card-based mana, you know, kind of Clash Royale system before, and now they decided to go for like a really basic action RPG combat system that, once again, very small, tiny arenas here where the camera is just zoomed in way too far, and I just don't think it works. It doesn't feel good. Like, the combat on manual does not feel good whatsoever. But hey, there is autoplay, so maybe it's one of those games where you can kind of, you know, sit back, do some sightseeing, and kind of enjoy your characters autoing through content. I don't think it does that very well either. So let's go ahead and turn this bad boy in autoplay. You can do it right there at the selection screen. Loading times aren't too bad. We'll go ahead and leave that one in. And here we go. So this is the game on autoplay, right? So this is what you can kind of sit back and enjoy. Once again, I think the camera is just zoomed in far too close, and there's nothing really that exciting as far as like their abilities are concerned. Like, I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of this combat system. I don't like it. I don't like playing it on manual, and I'm not really a big fan of watching it in autoplay. Like, I'm just not a big fan of combat. But once again, it is still kind of cool to see some of your favorite characters in combat. Some of them have been reimagined extremely well. Like Scar, he actually uses shadows like Shikamaru to attack you, which I think was really creative and just like completely changed what his character was all about, you know? So there are some good aspects of it, but I feel like all of the positive aspects of Disney's Mirrorverse hinge on the actual characters. Nothing else about the game I feel like is very good outside the characters themselves, unfortunately. But you know, low-key, I have definitely played some mobile games with worse combat systems, so let's continue and take a look at some of the gameplay modes here to see if the game can be saved a little bit. Spoiler, so you have supply runs. These are going to be your traditional, tried and true daily resource grinds. We're not going to jump into these in this video, but do keep in mind the game does have skip functionality, so once you defeat one of these stages, 3-star them, you can skip them from that point on, which is absolutely welcome. In addition to supply runs, you also have tower, and these are broken up based on the faction of your hero. So you have the royalty tower and the high-tech tower, and all of the heroes have corresponding traits that align to those categories. So, for example, Oogie Boogie here is villainous, villainous, Mike, who is high tech, Ariel, who is royalty, and then you have Sulley, who is high tech. And all of the characters, like I mentioned, have kind of a denomination that sets them into a category. So rest assured, there's going to be some type of gameplay that's going to force you to use fortune teller heroes or goofball heroes, things of that nature, which is a perfect segue for events. Now, this could have saved the game for me single-handedly. Imagine being able to play an event that stars Woody from Toy Story and Elsa from Frozen, or how about Toy Story mixed with Tron? Dude, I can't wait to see that. And then you have Princess Tiana and Stitch just looking absolutely devilish. Like, dude, I cannot wait to see what type of environments they put together to bring these scenarios to life. Oh, Stitch's stage is in a barren, desolate wasteland. All right, well, maybe that's just Stitch, right? Well, maybe Princess Tiana's adventure is a little bit different. No? Barren, empty, desolate wasteland. Okay, Toy Story and Tron, they have to have done something creative here. Oh no. Barren, empty, desolate wasteland. Don't do this to me, game. Toy Story and Frozen mixed together. You have got to have done something creative. Let's actually go into a stage. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, maybe all of the creativity is in the stage itself. Spoiler alert, it ain't. All of the event stages, for whatever reason, now keep this in mind, the campaign stages do have a little bit of variety when it comes to the backgrounds, but the event stages where this game takes the opportunity to combine all of these intellectual properties across the entire Disney and Pixar catalog and beyond, all of these event stages take place on the same barren, desolate wasteland. So let me get to my actual point here. It was a really good opportunity for this game to really go all out and show a little bit of creativity and imagination. Imagine if they took like a Toy Story background and they just made it snowy and frozen. Like, I'm not even asking for much, like just the basics. Or let's say they had a Toy Story and Pirates of the Caribbean crossover and you took a Toy Story background, once again, use the same one, I don't even care, but make it like stormy and rainy, like something like that. You have one of the most imaginative IPs on the planet with Disney Pixar, and you don't take the opportunity to really polish the heck out of this game and make some of these environments and some of these characters really come to life. How about some more, shall we? Let's go ahead and jump on over to the gold mine, organized by Scrooge McDuck himself. Dude, I cannot wait to play this stage. This has to be so creative and imaginative. Dude, Scrooge McDuck, this stage makes itself. This is the gold stage? Organized by Scrooge McDuck. This is it. So, dude, I am low-key, middle-key, high-key, disappointed, angry, and just like, this is it, Kabam. Really, this is it. And if you want to kind of see a completely different take on Disney, go take a look at my video on Disney Speedstorm. If you want to see like what a team that really cared about the Disney license can do with this license, like the backgrounds and the worlds in that game are just completely mind-blowing and amazing. And once again, I know that's a PC game, this is a mobile game. I'm not asking for the same insane backgrounds that you see in Disney Speedverse. I'm not asking for that. Like I'm saying, just some basic stuff. Like, dude, I just want to feel these characters come to life considerably more than what Kabam put in here. Like, I just do not think Kabam went all out on this effort. I don't know if it was the effort. I don't know if it was budget. I'm just gonna say budget because I can't get into their minds. But I'm telling you right now, this game just feels like an MVP, a minimal viable product. They just threw a bunch of Disney characters in a world that could be replaced with just about anybody, right? You can literally put any type of characters in this background and nobody would know. I do not feel like Kabam really took the license seriously. I do not think they did as well as they could have done, and I don't know why. I do not think this game is going to be successful as it is. We're dealing with another Marvel Realm of Champions, dude. I'm angry. I'm really angry. I'm so mad, dude. I really am. And speaking of just general world building, this game is just so deathly quiet in such a bad way. And I was on stream and people were telling me, well, you know, FG, they can't just get all the old voice actors, or if they get new voice actors, a lot of the voices are gonna sound weird. That's why there's no voice acting in the game. Okay, I'll take that. But no grunts, no cheers, no claps, no laughs, no bullseye. Nothing? Like, let's take a look at this dungeon mode, shall we? This is dungeon mode, by the way. You can kind of choose your own difficulty. As you can see here, you can go all the way up to like 25,000 battle power, but for right now, I'm a little weak, so we're gonna go ahead and stick to 1600. And this is dungeon gameplay right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. I am this node. I'm just basically a node that bounces in between nodes, and I'm looking in the darkness for treasure chests. These treasure chests will give me upgrades to my characters. They'll give me potions, they'll heal me. It's one of those gameplay modes where you don't replenish HP in between fights. So you're trying to do kind of semi-labyrinth mode style things where you're trying to get buffs, trying to get upgrades, trying to get loot, that type of thing. And then eventually, as you move around a lot, you are gonna attract the boss of the dungeon. And this is where you do your one fight, do one little quick fight. I wonder if it's gonna be in a desolate, oh, it is! And let me just say this one more time. In the campaign, there is a little bit more variety in the stages. There is. But it seems like 73.4% of the gameplay modes all take place in this desolate, empty wasteland. and I kind of know why they did it. They want to really drive home the fact that you're not killing Buzz Lightyear, the real one. You're killing this Mirrorverse version, so you gotta fight him in the Mirrorverse. You can't fight him on the front lawn of Toy Story. You can't fight him in the savannah with Simba. You gotta fight him in the Mirrorverse, because God forbid, a kid beats up Buzz Lightyear and really thinks he's dead. All right, so that's why I think they all take place here, but that is such a bad, I'm sorry, dude. That's dumb. That's just dumb. So overall, dude, I just can't I can't with Disney Mirrorverse. I don't like the combat. I love the characters, but once again, I'm kind of biased. I love the characters. I don't like any of the gameplay modes. They don't do anything for my immersion. They don't make these characters come to life for me. Like, the whole game, the whole world does nothing. Like I said, the very best part has got to be the characters. Now, one other beef. I got another beef, y'all. I got another beef. This is going to be one of those games, by the way, that has a very tiny stamina bar. So what does that mean? Now, once again, this is super subjective. Some people might not agree with this, but hear me out. This game has a tiny stamina bar, so it's quite easy to burn your stamina really quick, which then means in a couple of hours, your stamina is going to be full. So if you have this game on your phone, prepare to get notifications every couple of hours throughout the day telling you that your stamina's full, your stamina's full, your stamina's full, which I can't stand. And I definitely prefer games like Countersight or Artery Gear Fusion. Like, for example, I can burn out all of my stamina in Artery Gear Fusion at the end of the night and wake up and still not be overcapped, right? I like that, but I can definitely see the other side of that argument. If you're looking for a game that no matter what, when you reach into your pocket and open it up, you will have stamina in order to do something, I can definitely feel you on that one. But that's just not the type of stamina system that I'm into. If I want to go to a movie, if I want to go out for a few hours, go to the gym and come back, I don't want to feel like my stamina has been just wasted because I've been sitting at stamina cap for half the day. And that's kind of the reason why I prefer games like Countersight and Artery Gear Fusion, but that is subjective right there. So my favorite part outside of the characters, though, has got to be throwing crystals in the toilet. So check this out. You can spin it around the rim and throw it in the toilet, dude. I love it. The best part outside of the characters. Let's see if we get anybody out of here. We got ourselves another mic. It is a 3-star mic, so that's going to translate into 100 shards there. Very, very nice. And let's do, I only have 140. I'm like, all right, what's my next summon gonna be? Nothing. And currency is actually pretty hard to come by, and be prepared. It's absolutely gonna be one of those games where you're gonna see packs in your face all the time. I'd even say more than a Netmarble game. Like, you get like 5 packs back to back to back to back to back. So it's kind of one of those, but if you played Kabam games before, it's like that. Like, it's like a Kabam game, right? But yeah, dude, that's all I really have to say about this game. I will not be continuing to play it as much as I kind of want to. Like I said, I really do like the characters here. They did a really good job. Let's kind of go through the rest of them here because this might be a while before I revisit this one. Judy Hopps, you got Buzz Lightyear looking fantastic. Very cool. Look at Tinkerbell. Like, you actually use her avatar, which I think was a very creative, like there is some imagination, there is some creativity here, right? So don't get it twisted. I have to think that maybe Kabam didn't have the budget that they thought they were gonna have to make this game. It had already been delayed to redo the entire combat system. Marvel Realm of Champions was an absolute disaster. So maybe Kabam just didn't have the money that they thought they were gonna have, and they had to kind of put this game out, and not to the level of quality that it should have been, because like I said, this game feels like not a first beta, but like beta 3. Like, it feels like it definitely needed more time in the oven, which seems kind of funny to say considering how long it's been in the... Dude, look at this! Tailspin! You love to see! Look at Mr. Incredible, dude. Goofy looking Goofy. I mean, once again, I heard what you guys said on stream. You know, doing voice acting might have been a little too much, but I think they could have done something, dude. You can't get some guy to say Gaston? Nothing? Look at Snow White. I love the way they reimagined Snow White here. She looks fantastic. FG, you gonna be playing this game by the end of the week. No, I ain't. Herc Dog looking good. Anna. Look at that, dude. Very cool. You got Jack Skellington. This is probably some of the best characters for Disney games on mobile that I've seen, right? There's not a lot to choose from, but this is definitely one of the best. And like I said earlier, Scar literally uses the shadows like Shikamaru. Very, very cool, dude. I love it. Hero, dude. You got Captain Hook. Baymax there as well. And yeah, we're back at the beginning, a little bit of Brave action. So that's gonna do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is FG3000. I do thank you guys a ton for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna go play some Disney Speedstorm.